Kidnap 2017 film. Kidnap is a 2017 American action thriller film directed by Luis Prieto and written by Knate Lee. It stars Halle Berry as a working mother who pursues two child trafficking abductors Chris McGinn and Lew Temple after they kidnap her 6-year-old son Sage Correa. Produced by Lorenzo di Bonaventura through Bonaventura Pictures, the film was created on a $21 million budget. The project was announced at the 67th Cannes Film Festival, with Relativity Media acquiring the rights to the film in September 2014. Shot with cinematographer Flavio Labiano using practical effects in New Orleans and Slidell, Louisiana, filming concluded after a period of 3 months. During post-production, the film's score was composed by Federico Jusid. In July 2015, Relativity filed for bankruptcy, and the film was delayed several times before being put on hiatus. 2 years later, in May 2017, the newly founded Aviron Pictures obtained the rights to the feature. As a result, Kidnap premiered at the ArcLight Hollywood multiplex on July 31, 2017, and was theatrically released on August 4. Upon its release, the film received generally negative reviews, with praise for Berry's acting but criticism for the screenplay, direction, and overall plot. For her performance, Berry earned a nomination at the 49th NAACP Image Awards for Outstanding Actress in a Motion Picture. Plot: diner waitress and single mother Carla Dyson takes her 6-year-old son, Frankie, to a carnival. Once there, Carla leaves her son to take a phone call and hears from her lawyer new information about her current custody battle with her estranged husband. She returns and finds that Frankie is missing and that he left his toy voice recorder behind. Frantically searching for him, Carla spots a woman dragging Frankie into a green Ford Mustang with no license plate driven by a man. As it takes off, Carla tries to stop the car by clinging onto it and drops her phone after failing to do so. Carla then jumps into her minivan and races after the kidnappers. On a highway, Carla attempts to attract the attention of a motorist. However, her efforts are foiled when the kidnappers throw a tire into the open traffic and cause a pile-up. After the abductors threaten to murder Frankie with a knife, Carla is forced to take an exit ramp before resuming her pursuit. Carla hears a voice from her son's toy voice recorder, revealing the female abductor's name to be Margot. Spotting a police motorcycle, Carla successfully gains the officer's attention by swaying her car side to side. While the cop orders her to pull over, Carla tries to tell him that her son has been kidnapped, to no avail. The kidnappers notice and ram their car into the motorcycle, killing the officer, before both cars abruptly stop in a field. After Carla confronts the male driver with no response, Margot approaches her vehicle. Demanding a ransom payment of $10,000 in exchange for Carla's son, Margot enters the minivan and tells Carla to follow her accomplice's car. In a tunnel, Margot attacks Carla, who fights back and manages to throw Margot out of the car. Noticing this, the male driver forces Carla to stop tailing him by threatening to drop Frankie onto the highway. After several minutes, Carla spots a traffic jam and finds the Mustang abandoned after having caused a collision. A passerby tells Carla that the pair left on foot. Carla stops at a police station to report the incident and spots a wall filled with missing posters from the past decade. Fearing that her son will disappear for good if she waits, she promptly leaves. Soon after, she spots the male driver using a stolen black Volvo V70 and chases him until her vehicle runs out of fuel. Attempting to hitch a ride from a fellow motorist, the pair are blindsided when the Volvo rams their vehicle without warning, killing the driver and knocking Carla unconscious. Waking up, Carla discovers that her son is no longer in the Volvo. As the kidnapper emerges from his car with a sawed-off shotgun, she puts her car into reverse, resulting in the man being fatally struck by a tree. Reading his ID and finding out that his name was Terrence Vicky, Carla decides to travel to his address. At the Vicky's house, Carla calls 911 and eventually locates Frankie in a barn with two other kidnapped girls. Promising to come back, Carla and her son run away before being spotted by a distressed Margot with a shotgun, who has learned of her husband's death. As the pair hide underwater, Margot and her dog locate them. Carla pulls Margot underwater, who wildly fires and kills the dog and drowns her. At the barn, Carla is confronted by a man who claims to be Margot's neighbor. Carla realizes that he is actually participating in the kidnapping ring since he knows how many children were hiding without her telling him. She then knocks him out with a shovel before he can draw his gun. After the police arrive and the children are rescued, it is announced that the events resulted in the dissolution of an international child abduction ring, with Carla being praised as a hero. Cast: Halle Berry as Carla Dyson, a working mother whose son is kidnapped. Sage Correa as Frankie, Carla's 6-year-old son. Chris McGinn as Margot Vicky, a female kidnapper and Terry's wife. Lew Temple as Terrence Terry Vicky, a male kidnapper. Jason Winston George as David, Carla's estranged husband. Christopher Berry as Bearded Man, the ringleader of a child kidnapping ring. Taryn Terrell as a pedestrian hit by the kidnapper's black Volvo. Bryce Fisher as Tyler, a customer who complains about his hash browns. Production development. At the 67th Cannes Film Festival, on May 15, 2014, it was announced that Halle Berry would star in Kidnap, a film which Luis Prieto would direct, with Lorenzo di Bonaventura and Eric Howsam producing through the production company Bonaventura Pictures. At the 39th Toronto International Film Festival in September 2014, Relativity Media acquired the rights to the project, despite the film not appearing at the festival, with production scheduled to begin later that year. Sage Correa, Chris McGinn, and Lew Temple were added to the cast in October 2014. Berry spoke on the Jess Cadell interview and said that she wanted to see a film where a regular working mother was the protagonist doing everything possible to save her child, describing a moment when she lost her daughter Nala at the supermarket. With Variety, Berry further explained that she joined the cast because I'm a mom, and it's scary. I love seeing a woman, and a woman of color, get to save the day. Men save the day all the time in movies, and it's nice to see a woman do what I know women can do. Filming. In October 2014, Wellgo USA and Rumble Entertainment revealed that they would also produce and finance the project alongside Lotus Entertainment, Bonaventura Pictures, 606 Films, and Gold Star Films. Principal photography for Kidnap began soon after on October 27, 2014. Shot with cinematographer Flavio Labiano in New Orleans and Slidell, Louisiana, filming concluded on December 7, 2014. In shooting the action sequences, Prieto said he watched several films from the 1980s that made him realize that today, everything that is an action scene, they shoot it with green screen in a studio. As a result, he was inspired to complete the film with practical effects instead of CGI, to have the actors react to real things that are happening around them, like cars coming full speed and crashing 2 meters away. Notable filming locations included the New Orleans City Park, the Huey P. Long Bridge, the Crescent City Connection, Interstate 310, Iminus 10, and the Highway 11 Bridge in Slidell. Music. In June 2015, it was announced Federico Jusid would be composing the film score for Kidnap. On August 11, 2017, the score was released as Kidnap Original Motion Picture Soundtrack via digital distribution. Track listing. All music is composed by Federico Jusid. Release. Theatrical. In September 2014, Relativity Media gave the film a release date for October 9, 2015. However, in July 2015, the distributor was $320 million in debt and filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, which resulted in the release date for Kidnap being moved to February 26, 2016. By September, Kidnap was put on hiatus, to the dismay of several producers, and in December 2015, the company vowed to release the film the following year, setting it for May 13 before postponing it to December 2. In November 2016, Relativity removed Kidnap from its schedule altogether, but after several positive test screenings, the company scheduled the film for March 10, 2017, while also trying to sell the film to potential distributors. In May 2017, the newly founded Aviron Pictures bought the distribution rights to the film. On July 31, 2017, Kidnap premiered at the ArcLight Hollywood multiplex, before being theatrically released in the United States and Canada on August 4, 2017. Home media. Kidnap was released on digital HD via digital distribution through Amazon Video and iTunes on October 17, 2017, before receiving its physical release on DVD and Blu-ray on October 31. In its first week, the film sold 47,629 DVD and 33,500 Blu-rays as the sixth most sold feature on both formats in the United States. The following week, the feature sold 16,706 DVD and 13,060 Blu-rays, moving down the charts to 10th and 12th place, respectively. In December 2017, Home Media magazine revealed that on its rental chart, the film had moved to first place after becoming available on Redbox. Overall, Kidnap made $3.09 million through home media releases. Reception. Box office. Kidnap grossed $31 million in the United States and Canada and $3.08 million in other territories, for a worldwide total of $34.08 million against a production budget of $21 million. Before its release, Film Analytics predicted that the film would make $8 million in its opening weekend. Released alongside The Dark Tower and The Wide Expansion of Detroit on August 4, 2017, in 2378 theaters, Kidnap made $3.07 million on its Friday opening day, including $500,000 through Thursday night previews, and a $10 million total across its three-day opening weekend, placing in its second week. $4.53 million were spent on television advertisements, and the film grossed $5 million, finishing 8. After being in release for 3 months under Aviron Pictures, Kidnap was removed from theaters in the United States and Canada after a total of 105 days. Critical response. On the review aggregator website Rotten Tomatoes, 35% of 94 critics' reviews are positive, with an average rating of 4.4/10. The website's critical consensus reads, "Kidnap strays into poorly scripted exploitation too often to take advantage of its pulpy premise or the still impressive talents of its committed star." Metacritic, which uses a weighted average, assigned the film a score of 44 out of 100 based on 26 critics, indicating mixed or average reviews. Audiences polled by CinemaScore gave the film an average grade of B+ on an A+ to F scale, while Post-Track reported 74% of audience members gave it a positive score, with 53% saying they would definitely recommend it. Glenn Kenny, writing for Roger Ebert.com, gave the feature half a star out of 4, called it garbage, and gave negative remarks to the screenplay, overall plot, and the main character's tendency to talk to herself throughout the entire film. David Ehrlich from IndieWire gave it a D along with a similar response, where he also criticized the directing, writing that Prieto never demonstrates the interest to allow his heroine to take things into her own hands, but the movie does gain momentum as it chugs along. Writing for the Chicago Tribune, Michael Phillips gave Kidnap 2 stars out of 5, and the Chicago Sun-Times' Richard Roper also gave the same rating and criticized the runtime, screenplay, characters, cinematography, and repetitive close-ups, while also giving praise to Halle Berry's performance. From Time Out, Michael Gingold gave a 3 stars out of 5 mixed review, where he said the film was more absurd than Taken. In his 3 stars out of 4 review, Rex Reed from the New York Observer found the feature to be another entry in the overcrowded, snatched in broad daylight genre of abducted children thrillers, but said that it had no shortage of thrills. Alonso Duralde from The Wrap summarized the entire film and Berry's performance by saying that it is a cheesy little thriller, an unapologetic B-movie, and a clear attempt by Oscar winner Halle Berry at having a Taken of her very own. From the New York Times, Tio Bubby gave Kidnap a positive review, writing that it doesn't waste time trying to build an arc to Carla's desperation, and found that Berry approaches the task of playing this unhinged mother on the run with sincerity. Accolades. In June 2018, Kidnap was awarded the Reframe stamp for its representation of women. At the annual Taurus World Stunt Awards, Taryn Terrell received a nomination for Best Overall Stunt by a Stuntwoman and one for Hardest Hit. In July 2018, Bryce Fisher was nominated at the 39th Young Artist Awards for Best Performance in a Feature Film Supporting Teen Actor. At the 49th NAACP Image Awards, Berry earned a nomination for Outstanding Actress in a Motion Picture.